Okay, so we're starting a new topic and we are looking in our art at sculpture, and the type of sculpture we're looking at is dynamic sculpture. So it's very different from sculpture, which is a 3D part of art, in the fact that it actually moves. Now, this man here is Alexander Calder, and he is seen as like the first person that started exploring dynamic sculpture in his artwork. And so his background was, his dad was an artist, but he ended up becoming an engineer. And then later on in life, he used his understanding of engineer plus his obviously artistic talents and put them together to create sculpture that was, instead of still, was moving. Now, you'll see linked into this video as well, there should be a link to the YouTube video. So, and that will tell you a little bit more about Alexander Calder. They use quite fancy language and talk quite about art in a sort of arty way. But what you will be able to see from that is the fact that his work actually moves. So you might not understand everything everyone's saying about him, but just watch how his sculptures move and turn, and you'll get a sense that he was really something new. And the things that he did were quite exciting at the time. So he produced things like, I'll just show you on the next page. So to us, we might just go, oh, they look like something you might hang over a child's bed, a mobile. But he took the sort of idea of that into an art form. And so I'll just show you a few others. Now, obviously, those of you who've realised, hang on a minute, Mr. Marshall sent loads of wire home, you can see that we might be, and we definitely will be, having a go at making our own dynamic sculptures. And what looks like a really simple thing here, when you actually start to make it, you realise you have to balance everything, and you realise how it's not as easy as it looks. So we'll be building some skills on how to make it look amazing at the same time as balance, and at the same time turn. So I'll be teaching you a few little ways of making the wire turn and move how you want it to. And he's got some quite complex sculptures. That one's on the side, in case you wondered. I think it might not be, actually. And if you imagine, both sides have to balance, otherwise they'll tip up. When you come to make them, you'll see it happen. So there's a lot of thinking in his artwork, not only what it would look like, but also how it would move, but also the engineering skills of making it balance. There's another one. And then this is quite an interesting one. And you'll see some of your work in your pictures. You'll see some of his artwork as well. So he didn't just do sculptures, he did some artwork, and you'll see the relationship with the use of colours and shapes that he did. Now, what your task is today. So today I want you to watch the video, have a think, and I want you to do a title page. So in the pack that I gave you, you'll see those photos from the beginning of them. Oh, there's one of his artwork from the man himself. You might cut some of those up and do a title page, write Alexander Calder, write dynamic sculpture. So sort of start off thinking. Some of you might write notes to remind you what you found out, or some of you just might leave it as a title page. So that's your first session. Find out a little bit more about him and do your title page up. What I didn't say where to do it, did I? So in your sketchbooks. Now remember, with your sketchbooks, I do not want you filling every single page. You just take it slowly. And so you've got a title page today with those in. And then the next activity, you'll do a little bit more. Well done, everybody.